Friday, November 5th, Travis Scott hosted his third annual Astroworld Festival in his hometown of Houston, Texas. The event drew in people from all over the country due to the stacked lineup and the intensity and excitement of the festival. However, it did not take long for this to become one of the most talked about festivals of the 21st century, due to the tragic casualties that took place. Members of the densely packed crowd surged towards the stage and were crushed against each other at the music festival right after Travis started to perform. Horror stories of the event quickly began to come out, and the truth about this festival became scarier and scarier. At least 8 people were killed, and hundreds of others were injured in the chaos. So what are people online saying about the incident? Keep watching till the end of the video to get all the juicy details about fans' reactions to the Astroworld Festival incident. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Authorities are now investigating the cause of a deadly crowd surge at the Astroworld Festival in Houston. Astroworld is a music festival founded by Scott and held in Houston on the former site of Six Flags Astroworld. Travis Scott is a 30-year-old rapper and producer from Houston, Texas. Scott is best known for his 2018 album Astroworld, hence the name of the festival. Scott is a very popular mainstream rapper and has collaborated with major artists such as Drake, The Weeknd, The Migos, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, and many, many more. Towards the end of the festival, when Travis started to perform, was when all hell broke loose. At least 8 people were killed and many others were injured after a crowd surged forward while rapper Travis Scott was on the stage. There were also incidents of people being drugged during the concert, one of the victims being a security guard. When he was examined, he went unconscious. They administered Narcan. Houston Police Chief Troy Finner said Saturday of the security officer. He was revived, and the medical staff did notice a prick similar to what you would get if somebody was trying to inject. That is one part of it. Scott was on the outdoor stage when he paused and looked at the crowd in confusion as an ambulance with flashing lights moved through the audience. Videos of the crowd screaming and begging Scott to stop the concert have come out, but the artist kept going. People on the internet have been going crazy, posting videos and more recently adding to the trending hashtag #CancelTravisScott. There are also videos on social media showing the chaos of the festival. Fans were begging Scott to stop the show and were screaming at him, "Please help, people are dying." Social media apps, Twitter and TikTok, were quick to spread content regarding what happened inside of the festival. One user on Twitter shared her own personal story about what she experienced. Excerpts from the tweet included, "I had to push my way through people for 5 minutes just to get out. I was shaking after because I could not believe that people were actually enjoying this. Walking around the campground, we saw several youngsters in the group high as a kite, the same age as my little sister. I could not believe that I was seeing." The user continued with, "We were far in the back where we felt safe from the ragers. Travis finally came out and in 2 minutes, everything went. We couldn't move or breathe. I never felt so useless and helpless in my life. The guy beside me was yelling help, but no one could hear us screaming." Many other users were sharing their own personal stories and accounts of what happened while they were at the festival. Another user on Twitter shared a TikTok video of the security guard's first reactions to the chaos. The video shows security running to get medical help after finding people who were not breathing. You can hear one security guard saying, "There's like 4 people here without a pulse. I told them," referring to the Houston PD, "that we need chest compressions." The video continued to show that it took long for the paramedics to finally show up to the scene. They began carrying out the people that were not breathing on a stretcher and then started to escort out the VIP section, which included Kylie Jenner, their child Stormy, and Travis's mother. Another user started her story off with, "Please know that whole experience was horrendous and gruesome. I needed time to process what I saw and what I went through at Astroworld. It's been over 24 hours and I feel numb." Another user who had been to the festival before said, "I attended Astroworld in 2018 and 2019. I was in the crowds and mosh pits for both. They were nothing compared to this year. I go to concerts often and can very much handle it. But like I said, last night was overall a very dangerous experience. I was flat on the ground and about 5 other people were on top of me. I was at the very bottom. I was screaming for help. Please help me, y'all are killing me. Everyone around though was still stepping and jumping on me and the other people who fell. It took the longest for me to get up, as I was constantly being stepped on. I'm thanking God that I'm alive. He saved me. Other users were upset that not enough people were talking about the severity of the incident and tweeted, "How are you going to say you had a wonderful experience at Astroworld when people were dying and fighting for their lives around you? Your lack of empathy and sympathy is showing, and you need to stay the hell away from me." Many users also talked about the lack of education the medical personnel had. Not only did it take them a long time to help aid the situation, but many people did not know how to handle the situation once arriving. One user quoted, "I blacked out during one of the sets and had to be dragged out by my friend screaming at people to open up. It took us 15 minutes because no one would move. And once I got to the medical tent, clearly dehydrated and not okay, they refused to give me water, saying I either had to purchase a $7 water bottle or go to the free water booth, which had about a 3-hour wait. I had to watch a woman have an overdose and be carried lifeless by paramedics. The fans were giving CPR to bodies not knowing they were dead because there was such a lack of medical personnel. This was not raging. To all the people that jumped in the paramedics' car, you're the reason 8 people died. And Travis Scott, I am not saying that was directly your fault, but you could have done so much more." Thousands of other tweets have been shared showing fans support and sending prayers to those who were impacted by the tragedy this past weekend. One company that has been under fire regarding the incident is Apple. Apple has been accused on Twitter for leaving a tweet about Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival. Many say they are insensitive after a large number of casualties at a concert. The tweet includes a 30-second clip of the show, a caption, "See you on the other side," and a link to an Apple Music page featuring Fest music. In the response, Twitter users said they were resentful that the potentially scheduled tweets were still up hours after the festival reported 8 deaths. After this tweet, Apple Music's social media team felt like they went to bed, said one user. "You guys should probably delete this post by now," another said. As of now, there have been at least 12 lawsuits filed against the rapper, as well as the company Live Nation. Travis Scott has said that he is planning on paying for all of the funeral costs, as well as providing further aid for individuals impacted by the tragedy. Scott has also partnered with BetterHelp to provide free one-on-one online therapy to those in need of proper mental health services. What do you think about the situation? Was there more Travis could have done? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications to be notified when we post more content. Thanks.